Hi Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your April 6th to the 12th, 2025 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my websites, danehartguidedmessages.com or daneharttarot.com. They're both listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So if you are sound sensitive, this is the time to mute the reading, let the healing wash over you, and unmute it when you see me pick up the singing bowl. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Leo, we're going to be doing things a little bit differently, a little bit old school, going back to old school Dane readings. So this is going to be doing the Celtic Cross spread. So I hope you all enjoy this. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. So at our center here is the Two of Pentacles. We are juggling quite a bit. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We then have our challenge, which is the Wheel of Fortune. We then have our focus, which is where we need to focus, which is the Three of Pentacles. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Past is the Five of Cups. Our strength, is the Queen of Wands. That's us, Leo. Good job. Good job coming through as a queen. Angels and spirit guides. Our near future is the Four of Swords. We then have our advice, which is the Ace of Pentacles. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. The environment, is the Page of Wands. Our hopes and fears are the Four of Cups, angels and spirit guides. And then we have our outcome, which is the Five of Wands. So, that's it's not necessarily the nicest outcome. It's not bad. It's just like, listen, be mindful this week of people being petty and wanting to drag you into their pettiness and being like, well, don't you agree with me, Leo? And it's like, no, don't involve me. I'm not a part of this. I don't want to be a part of this. I'm staying out of this. So just be mindful of that energy during this week, because you can be going along quite great, which we see here, and then they just want to pull you into pettiness, chaos for the sake of chaos. So being mindful of that and kind of calling that out and be like, no, I'm not going to play that game. That's going to be really important for you. So at the center of everything, we have our current situation, Two of Pentacles coming through. You are juggling a lot. You have a lot on your plate. You're doing a really great job. Do not overload yourself. You're going to be very, very keen to do more, to push further, to go after, more and more and more. And that's great, but you're going to burn yourself out. So yeah, you can do it. And it's not a matter of like, can you? It should be, should you do that to yourself? So be kind to yourself, be gentle with yourself during this week. Don't bite off more than you can chew, because it really will be exhausting. All right. We then have the challenge, which is the Wheel of Fortune. And the challenge here is that things are changing. And it's kind of like, well, how do I embrace this change? Like, how do I move with this change? You can want things to stay the same, not because necessarily it's fantastic, but just because change is a little bit scary at times. So just acknowledging that the challenge here is to kind of go with the flow. And Leo, we're not always the best at that. Leo fire sign energy is like, nope, I can move it this way, right? I can bend it to my will. And that's great. You usually can. You usually can. But this is kind of like go with the flow. Go with the flow. And that's going to be the challenge here. It moves us then to what we need to focus on. And it's the Three of Pentacles. We're juggling a lot. And also, it's not going to be just us. So we're going to need to work with others. And that's where like the outcome can be, you know, everybody's not a team player. So if you're just like forewarned is forearmed, if you know, like, hey, listen, not everybody's going to be playing ball, just be aware of it. You can go in there and be very prepared. You know, it's kind of like dot your I's, cross your T's type of energy. So that's going to be really important for you. But with the Three of Pentacles, you are going to be working really well with other people. And you are also going to be knowing like their strengths, or like you're going to be able to size up people really easily. And that's going to be a strength that's going to serve you well this week. So your first impression, usually a right one. So just being aware of that, that's going to be really important. It moves us then to the past and what we're leaving behind. And that is the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups is this focusing on things that have gone wrong, right? Things that have been pear-shaped in our life. And we're like, whoa, wait a minute, how did that happen? So now we're turning and we're looking at, you know, we're looking at things differently. And we're leaving behind having to say to ourselves, you know, I'm not looking at that anymore. I'm looking at it this way. And that's going to be really important because others are going to want to pull us like, oh, don't you remember when you messed up? Like, don't you remember this? And it's like, dude, let's let it go. Like, let it go. I've let it go. Embracing Elsa from Frozen, right? Let it go. Let's move on. And that's going to be really important because somebody's going to try and like take the wind out of your sails by bringing up the past and like bringing up something that you've beaten yourself up over. And it's like, nah, man, no, we're not doing this. And then you claim back your power. And that's going to be really cool because they think, oh, I got you. And it's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Your strength is you. Your strength is you. It is the Queen of Wands. You are strong. You are capable. You are determined. You are fiery. You are focused. And that's your greatest strength, Leo, is that you've got this. You really have got this. Now, you also are going to have people who are strong and tenacious and passionate and powerful, you know, connecting with you during this time. And that's going to be awesome. But you are very much a go-getter. You can have people sabotage you or want to sabotage you because you are so determined and are so focused. And they'll be like, well, why do you get to have it so easy? It's like, you haven't had it easy. You've worked for everything you've gotten and they're just jealous. So just be aware of that. Dot your I's and cross your T's during this time because you are going to be working with somebody who, you know, yeah, they might work great in the team, but they want all the glory for themselves. So just be aware of that. It moves us then to our near future. And this is the Four of Swords. You're going to need to rest. You're going to have a tendency during this week to burn the candle at both ends, to overextend yourself. And just being aware and kind of calling things out, that's going to be really important for you. Honoring your story, honoring yourself, that's also going to be very important. You're cutting through doubts, fears, negativities, hurts, pains, and disappointments. You're embracing your voice, and you're starting to see how powerful, but how like other people would have fallen apart, right? And even if you have fallen apart, like believe me, I have too, you know, even if you have fallen on your journey, it's like, I'm not being kept down. I'm not. And that's just it. And that's a beautiful, beautiful energy that you are embracing here, but also make sure you sleep, make sure you take care of yourself. Because again, you're going to have a tendency this week to burn the candle at both ends, want to get as much done, achieve as much as possible, but that will be at the detriment to the weeks to come. So just be aware of that. It moves us then to the advice, and this is the Ace of Pentacles. Plant those seeds. You're being given gifts from God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, and spirit is saying here, plant the seeds and let them grow. Plant the seeds. There is so much prosperity, so much success headed your way. There's money and what you value as much as money coming forward, and that is changing the game. It moves you then to the environment, the situation. This is a time to learn. This is a time to take in information. You are going to be given these opportunities to look at things differently, to see things in a new light. And it's like, take it, just take it. You know, even if you're like, how is this going to help me in the long run? No, you're looking at things, you're opening up doors, and that is really, really cool. The Page of Wands is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And this is also connecting with young fire sign energy that can be asking questions that you're like, I don't know the answers to that. Like, those are really good questions. Let's look, let's discover, let's dig deeper into this. And that's going to be challenging for you. And that's also going to be really invigorating. So there's also going to be like young energy. And this doesn't mean that it has to be, child energy, though pages can most definitely be children. But it's going to be very young soul energy. This person who asks questions, dives deeper, has passion, creativity, insight, and they just don't care about the boundaries that hold other people back. And it's like, nope, not seeing that. It brings us then to our hopes and fears, and that's the Four of Cups. The hopes and fears is that, like, we hope that there'll be change, right? And we fear that we've gotten stuck, that we're seeing things in one drab way, that we've kind of boxed ourselves in. So do be mindful about that during this time, that, Spirit is handing us a gift and it's pushing us out of our comfort zone, but we are also going to have people around us that want us to stay small or in our comfort zone or held back in one way or another. And these are people that we work with. It's not necessarily people around us, like in our inner circle. So just being aware of that, because the Five of Wands, like the outcome, this is chaos for the sake of chaos. This is like, this is somebody who wants to light the world on fire because it's fun and it's Tuesday, type of thing. And so just be mindful about that during this time with the Five of Wands. And so, like, I know it's probably not Tuesday when you watch this, but like whenever, that's just the day that came up. With the Five of Wands, just be mindful of people, like, even like, it's kind of like, oh, let's challenge each other, let's push each other. And it starts off all in good fun, but then it gets out of hand because egos come into play. And it's like, whoa, no, I don't want to be part of this game. So just be mindful about this, because this starts off, again, all in good faith, all in fun, and then it becomes a bit nasty. And pulling yourself and separating yourself from that is going to be really important. It moves us to our spirit message. Let's see what spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Here we have the heron and the owl. You have double. So it says, let go of convention and follow your own unique path, which I love this. I love this card so much. And then we have the owl. Your intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. Love that. Your energy to be mindful of this week, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is the King of Swords. This is somebody who is very, very clever, very smart, but uses logic as a weapon. And they don't necessarily have it all right? So what they're looking at isn't necessarily as correct as they think it is. So just be mindful about that. This is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is also somebody who is very cutting. Their words are like weapons, right? They say things, and they say things in such a factual, determined way that it's like, well, of course that must be true. And then it's like, is it? Because it's not. So let's see what spirit has to say. Angels, what our chakra energy is. Angels and spirit guides. This is visualization. Picture what it is that you want. Open up your third eye and let yourself dream big. Because Leo, if there is one person who is excellent at dreaming big and breaking down barriers, that's you. It brings us then to our subconscious spirit message, which is the turkey. And it says, honor your own time of harvest. Offer your gifts and blessings as service to the greater good. You have so much to offer. You have so much to offer. You have so much power to you. It's time to see it. It's time to connect with it. It brings us then to our energy to be mindful of. This is the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, this is a bit of jealousy. Like, this is the green-eyed monster coming in. And it's like, well, everybody has this and everybody has that. And why don't I? Type of deal. Just be mindful about that. Just be mindful of thinking that everybody's more successful or more prosperous or more this or more that. No. You don't know their struggles, and they're hiding them from you. They really are. So here, just be aware that all that glitters is not gold. Subconscious chakra message is truth. Say the truth to yourself. Say what it is that you desire, and it will start to balance the scales. It will start to lead you forward. It's the throat chakra. Say what it is that you want, not to everybody, but to yourself. You can say it to other people too if you want to, but you don't need to. Your subconscious tarot message is the Nine of Pentacles. Stand right here, right now, and look at everything that you've accomplished, all the barriers that you have broken down, because you're changing the game. You're going to be very tempted to live in the future, to live in the past, as we all are. But here, you're going to see that, and that's going to be one of the reasons why you surpass other people so well, is that you can be in the right here, right now, and see what they're too busy to look at. So, yeah. You're very aware, very conscious, very, very focused. All right, Leo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this week and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Leo. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a wonderful week. Bye.